Hello everyone, welcome to Introduction to Latin America and the Caribbean 1. My name is Oscar Aponte. I'm an adjunct professor at Lehman College History Department, also at the Latin American and Latino Studies Department, and I will be your instructor for this class during the winter semester. So first of all, welcome to the class. And the idea of this short first introductory video is just to tell you how the class is going to work. We're just going to go over a few issues on the syllabus just to make sure it's absolutely clear for all of you and just to make sure like you know how the class works. Okay, so let's start first with the title. As you can see in the PowerPoint presentation I have on right now, the class is specifically called Colonial Latin American History, because Introduction to Latin America and the Caribbean 1 is part of a two series, right? Two class series, the 1 and the 2. And the first one focuses on the colonial period. The second one focuses on the modern period. Okay, so during this winter semester, we're going to be focusing on the colonial period because this is Introduction to Latin America and the Caribbean 1, which means mainly that we're going to discuss issues from before European conquest, so 1492 and a couple of decades before that, and we're going to go all the way to the 1820s. So that's mostly the 300 plus period that we're going to discuss in this class. The most more specific content of the class, you can find it on the syllabus. Okay, then remember that the syllabus is already posted on Blackboard, so you can check it out at any point that you want, right? But just to go over a few issues, as I was mentioning, this class is mostly designed to give you an introduction to the history of pre-Columbian, that means before the arrival of Christopher Columbus to the Americas, and colonial Latin American and Caribbean societies. That means the societies that European empires established through their colonial rule in Latin America and the Caribbean: the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, the Dutch, the English, and many others. And we will consider topics like the peoples and civilizations of pre-Columbian America, right? The Incas, the Aztec, the Mayas, and the institutions, economy, history, and culture of Latin America and the Caribbean in this period that I was mentioning, okay? Between 1492 and 1808, and we might push it a little bit to the 1820s. We'll discuss Amerindian civilizations, European conquest, and its impact on the native population, the making of New World empires, labor and production under colonial situations, race relations, slavery, and political revolutions, among others. Okay, our goal with the class is to deep, dive deep into Latin American history, but at the same time to make the connections with the wider world. Okay, so we want to see the role of Latin America and the Caribbean, of the societies of this region, in connection to other areas of the world. Not only Europe, of course, also Africa, also Asia, and other regions. And for this class, we are mostly going to use this book, okay? It was written by two historians, Mark Burkholder and Lyman Johnson, and it's called Colonial Latin America, particularly the seventh edition. We are not going to read the entire book. If you want to get a physical copy of the book, I encourage you to do that. If you cannot get one, you can also see on Blackboard that I attach a PDF copy of the portions of the book that we're going to read. Okay, so as you can see on Blackboard, the syllabus is divided by dates, right? From day 1 all the way to day 14, where when our semester is going to end. And when you click on every single one of these folders, you're going to find three things, right? You're going to find first the readings, right? It says reading, and it's basically a portion of this book that you have to read for that day. Then you're going to find another link that says lecture. Okay, that's going to be my recorded lecture for you to watch after you read. And then you're going to find one that says daily responses. Okay, we're going to talk about the daily responses in a second. But that's pretty much what we're going to find per day in every single folder that you find on Blackboard. Remember, that's the order. First, you do the reading, then you watch the lecture, then you complete your daily response. I also wanted to mention the late assignment policy for the class. Okay, all of the assignments that you're going to complete, the midterm essay, the final exam, and the daily responses should be uploaded on Blackboard. Okay, very important. Blackboard is going to be our best friend for this class. And there are like clear deadlines for all of the assignments that you have for this class. Remember, we're not going to have a lot of time because this is a very, very short semester, okay? So I encourage you to submit everything on time. All assignments that you submit late, okay, will lose a third of a letter grade each day after the due date. Okay, so your assignment was an A, one day late is going to be a B plus, an A minus, then another day late is going to be a B plus, then a B, then a B minus, C plus, and so on and so forth. Okay, I can grant extensions if you come to me before the due date, something happens. But remember, again, this is a very short semester, so we're not going to be able to make like very long extensions. It could be a day or two, but only with you provide me with a valid reason. And also, I wanted to make sure that you know that no incomplete will be given for this class. Okay. Also on the syllabus, you can find the complete policy on academic integrity. I'm not going to reread it, but I encourage you that you do that on your like on your own time, that you go and read this part of the syllabus. But basically, do not copy anything for this class, okay? Do not copy anything from the internet. You don't need the internet for this class. You only need the book and any other reading that I provide to you, okay? And keep in mind that all the assignments that you submit on Blackboard for this class are going through the Safe Assign system. If you don't know what this is, basically, it's a software that what it's going to do is take all of your assignments and is going to compare it to anything published on websites on the internet, right? And everything submitted to the City University of New York and many other universities in the country, looking for anything that was copied. Okay, so if you actually copy something from the internet or from someone else, I'm going to realize very fast because this program is going to tell me immediately. So do not copy. You do not need to do that. If you have problem with an assignment, if you need more time, if you need office hours, okay, by the way, my office hours are on Zoom by appointment, we can work something out. But do not copy. I'm going to realize, and if any of you is found copying something, sitting on an exam or an assignment, I will follow Lehman College procedure that you can see for additional information in the link that is also posted on your syllabus. Let's talk about the grades now so that it's clear for you all how it's going to work during the semester. Okay, so there's basically going to be three different grades. The first one is for your daily response. Your daily responses are going to be 9 in total, and these 9, okay, all of these 9, they're worth 50%. So this 50% is broken down in 9 different assignments. And basically, as I was mentioning, every time you make the reading and you watch one of the lectures, then you have to write down one of the daily responses. The daily responses are one short paragraph, just 5 to 7 lines, responding to a question related to the readings and the readings you made and the recorded lecture that you watch. Okay, it's a very short question, very open. You can go in very many different directions. There is not one single right answer for this question. What I want to see there is what you think. So remember in every single folder that you find for this class, there's going to be, like you say, you open day 2, there's going to be on day 2, you're going to see first reading, then lecture, then daily response. Okay, so you do the reading, you watch the lecture, then you go and click on daily response and submit it. Daily responses are due every day that we have a content class. That means a day where you have to make a reading and you have to watch a lecture. Every of these days, you have to submit a daily response. We have 9 of those days in the semester. And the deadline for these daily responses is midnight, okay? And you have to keep up because you have to do this every single day that we have a content day, these 9 days in the winter semester. Okay, so every day you have to submit before midnight. Then we have the midterm essay, which is worth 25%. You can find the instructions for the midterm essay also on Blackboard. And for this midterm essay, I'm going to give you 2 of the days, okay? You can see on your class, on the syllabus, which days you have for the midterm essay, but you're going to have 2 days to complete it. And then we have the final exam, which is also worth 25%. And for this final exam, also you're going to have 2 days. Again, you can go on Blackboard and you can going to find every single day and the activity you have to complete, and you can find clearly indicated on that when you have to submit the midterm essay and when you have to submit your final exam. And lastly, I just wanted to show you a little bit how your schedule is going to look like. You can see that also this on the syllabus for every single day for the semester, right? But basically what's going to happen is define which day we're on, okay? So your next day is going to be January 3rd, in which you have to do for day 2, right? The reading for America, Iberia, and Africa before the conquest, and you can see there exactly what you need to read, okay? It's for the book, Burkholder and Jensen, the historians I told you about, right? So for day 2, you have to read Amerindian civilizations on the eve of European conquest and first encounters in the New World, okay? Again, you can find these readings on Blackboard. And like this, you're going to find detailed information for every single day throughout this short winter semester. Just to finish with this, remember you can reach out to me through email if you have any question about any thing related to the class throughout the semester.